श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। अर्जुन उवाच सन्न्यासं कर्मणां कृष्ण पुनर्योगं च शंससि यत् श्रेयः एतयोः एकं तन्मे ब्रूहि सुनिश्चितम्. So Arjuna asks Bhagavan, sannyasam karmanam sannyasam, he Krishna, karmanam sannyasam punaha yogam cha samsasi. You are teaching me this karma sannyasa, giving up all the karmas, renouncing all the karmas. At the same time, you are teaching me to perform the karmas. So, yet shreya etayoho, etayoho yet shreyam, that which is greater among these two, tan me bruhi, ekam, that one which is greater among these two, tan me bruhi, that you tell me, sunishitam, with clarity, determined. Please tell me, only one. Okay, I'll follow that. Hey Krishna, Sadananda Rupaha Bhagavat Bhakta Dukkha Karshnayitiva. So we saw what Krishna means yesterday. So in Bhagavata etc., the form of Krishna etc. is explained. That is Saguna Brahman to explain people who are dullards, people who are not able to understand this Vedanta. See, this is the real Vedanta. This is Manana Grantha, we said. This is the real Vedanta, Ekajivada. So, for people who are not able to understand this Vedanta, we give Nana Jivada. Okay? So, for people who can't understand the Nana Jivada also, we teach them through these Puranas. Pura api navaiti Purana. Through these Puranas. The same idea, the same teaching is given through stories. That's the only difference. So there, that Krishna which has a form, etc., that which has a, not who has a, is the self in the garb of that form. That's all. Okay? Now, Karmanam, Yavat Jivadi. See, people don't understand this. They stick to these stories. The real purport they don't get to. Okay? So, Karmanam, Yavat Jivadi Shuti Vihitanam. नित्यानां नैमित्तिकानां च सन्न्यासं त्यागं जिज्ञासुं अज्ञं प्रति वक्ष्यति कथयति वेदमुखेन तद्विरुद्धं योगं च. So Bhagavan, karma means what are the karmas we are talking about? Yavat jivadi shruti choditanam, shruti vihitanam, chodita vihita does not really matter, it's all same. Those which are prescribed, which are gained as injunction through the statements of Yavat Jivadi in the Shrutis. In the Shruti, there is a Yavat Jiva Adhikarana, there is a topic Yavat Jiva. There, below that, Yavat Jiva Agnihotram Juvyat, etc. statements are there. So, based on that statements, we are talking about karmas. When we talk about karmas, it is only the karmas which are prescribed in the Shruti or Smriti and not otherwise. Okay? So, Shruti Vihitanam, Nityanam Namitikaram cha. So, though Shruti prescribes that when we take dharma, when we talk about dharma, it is not the karmas which are producing negative results, like Abhichara Yaga, Shenena Abhicharanyajeta. There, they are going to bring in troubles, anartha. Therefore, we don't prescribe that. We only stick to the karmas which are prescribed, which are gained as injunction. That too, which does not give negative results later. Swarga Kama Yajata, etc. Jyotishtomena Swarga Kama Yajata, those statements. Now here, we are not talking about the kami karmas, we are talking about the nityanam naimitikanam cha, the daily rituals and the occasional rituals, both sannyasam, tyagam, Because he has already given up the desire-oriented karmas because he is a jignasu. Though he is ignorant, he is a jignasu. So, sannyasam tyagam. Giving that karma, nityanamitic karma up, jignasum agyam prati, to me. Jignasum agyam prati, to me, who is a jignasu, who is a seeker, but ignorant. So, to this ignorant seeker, kathesi, you are Veda Mukhena Punaha Tad Viruddham Yogam Cha. Based on the Vedic statements, and you are again talking about the contradictory thing to it, which is Karma Yoga. Karma Anushtana Rupam Shamsasi. Practicing the karmas. You are, in one hand, you are talking about giving up the karmas. In the other hand, you are talking about the practicing of karmas. So, Etam Eva Prabrajina Lokam Ichchantah Prabrajanti. This is the statement based on which Bhagavan is talking of. Etam eva pravrajina lokamichchantah pravrajanti, desiring this moksha, pravrajina lokaha, moksha, liberation, pravrajanti, people renounce. Now, this is one. Again, tam etam vedanuvacharena brahmana vidishanti ajnena. The other statement which prescribes the karmas, to desiring to know this self, the seekers, the Brahmins, what do? They perform the yajnas, etc. So different karmas, they desire to gain this. Ityadi vakyadvayena, through these statements, or nirashiryata chittatma jakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvannapnoti krivisham chitva enam samshayam yogam atishta uttishta bharata iti. So, nirashiryata chittatma, a person who does not desire anything, Yata Chitta Atma, whose mind is controlled, whose sense organs are also controlled. Tyakta Sarva Parigraha, who has given up all the possessions. Shariram Kevalam Karma, performing the karmas to maintain the body. Na apnoti klibisham, he will not gain any sin. See, here he is only performing those karmas which are to maintain his body, meaning he has given up all the other karmas. So, karma sannyasa. Again, chitva enam samshayam yogam atishta uttishta bharata. By cutting asana this doubt, perform the yoga and get up to perform the karmas. Iti Gita Vakya Dvainacha. So, or you can take the Shruti or this Gita itself as the Pramana for these two ideas. Tatra Ekam Agyam Prati Karma Tatyagayoho Vidhanat Yugapat Ubhay Anusthana Asambhavat Etayoho Karma Tyagayoho Madhye Yadi Ekam Shreya Prashastram Manyase Karma Tatyagam Va Tanme Bruhi Sunishitam Tava Matam Anusthanaya. So he says, Tatra Ekam Agyam Prati. For this one ignorant, Karma Tatyagayo Vidhanat, you are prescribing the karmas and giving up of karmas. Both. Yugapata Vidhanat, Yugapata Ubhaya Anusthana Asambhavat. And since they are contradictory like darkness and light, I cannot practice simultaneously karma and karma tyaga. It is impossible. Therefore, Yetayoho Karma Tatyagayoho Madhya, Etayoho, among these two means the karma and giving up of karmas. Among these two, Yadi Ekam Shreya, that which one is greater, that Prashasataram, which is praiseworthy, that one which is greater, Manyase, that you think is great. Karma Tatyagam, whether it is karma or performing the karmas or giving up the karmas, I don't mind. You just prescribe me, bruhi, tanme bruhi. You clearly tell me that one thing. Sunishitam. Clearly. Tava matam anusthana. Why do you want to know? Because I want to practice it. Like earlier we said, even after knowing, why don't people follow you? Even though they know you are the Lord, but still, why don't people follow your teaching? Because they want different other results. But I am not behind other results. I am a seeker, jignasu. I have already established my point. I am a jignasu. I am ignorant, but does not really matter. I am a jignasu. So please tell me this one. Evam Arjunasya Prashne Ratram. Then Arjuna asks this kind of question. Bhagavan answers him. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sannyasa karma yogascha nishreyasa karau ubhau tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo vishishyate. Sannyasah karma yogah cha nishreyasa karau ubhau. Nishreyasa karau ubhau tayoho tu karma sannyasat karma yogah vishishyate. Sannyasa karma yogascha. Karma sannyasa and karma yoga, both practicing of karma and giving up of karma, both nishreyasa karau ubhau, both nishreyasa karau, they are both that which leads you to nishreyasa. Nishreyasa, in the first class I explained nishreyasa, first class or second class, with reference to the first shloka, there the term nishreyasa was there. So I explained it as a nirgatam shreyah and not like normally what people explain. Nishreyasa means a nitaram shreyah, nischita shreyah, like that. That which definitely brings, that which is definitive greatness or that which is always great. In that way people explain it, and I condemned using that kind of explanation by saying the Shreya etc. is with reference to this world. With reference to Brahman, there is nothing which it can be compared with. Therefore, there cannot be any Shreya or Preya. Therefore, Shreyas is Nishreyas means Nirgata Shreya, where there is no comparison possible. That is the idea. Okay, nishreyasa karo, both will lead you to that kind of result. So tayoho tu, but among these two, tayoho tu, definitely among these two, karma sannyasa karma yoga vishishyate. With respect to karma sannyasa, karma yoga is a special. Nishreyasa karo, jnanotpatti hetutvena mokshopayogino. Nishreyasa karo means since they both are means for gaining the knowledge through which you can gain the moksha, therefore they are both are leading you to the absolute. Tayoho tu karma sannyasad anadhikritat karma yoga vishishyate shreyan adhikara sampadakatvena. See, with reference to the karma sannyasa, karma yoga is a greater. Why does he say that? He is explaining that karma sannyasad, from with respect to karma sannyasa, giving up karmas, giving up karmas, sannyasa, is it so bad? No. Anadhikritat, a person who is not an adhikari, who is not eligible for sannyasa, when that kind of person performs the sannyasa, then there is nothing bad with that. See, I keep repeating this idea. See, after sannyasa, people get into this Sri Vidya. I call Sri Vidya because people they don't have any idea what Sri Vidya is. They get after sannyasa, ting, there's dollars in their eyes and attractions of the world, which should not be there for a sannyasi. Sannyasi should not be behind all this name and fame, but still they want. They will give logic also. Oh, how can you condemn this Sri Vidya, Sri Vidya? Huh? Because people who practice, they will be offended. How can you condemn that? I am not condemning Sri Vidya for people who are in the world, in the society, performing the karmas. For them, I am not condemning. For the people who have taken sannyasa, they don't have any right for Sri Vidya or any other Vidya. They don't have any right for that. Since they have not practiced any karma before, their sannyasa is namesake sannyasa. That is only for just calling themselves sannyasis. Otherwise, they remain the same idiots whatever they were earlier. No change. Majority of the sannyasis are like that. They take up sannyasa and they live a life of no sannyasa. They don't know what sannyasa is to practice sannyasa. Majority of them. Now, how can I condemn Sri Vidya, etc.? Why? Sannyasis even perform them. Which sannyasi do you see? The Shankaracharyas, Mathadipatis, they have a duty towards society. They have a duty towards the society. Duty. Remember that. They have to protect the dharma. To protect the dharma, they are sitting in those seats to take care of it. So they have to do, that's their duty, not for any other sannyasis. The other sannyasis, their only duty is sannyasya shravanam kuryat. No. For people who have not performed the karmas before, so after sannyasa, at least, why do you take sannyasa? What is the need for sannyasa for you? If you understand that you are not eligible for a sannyasa, don't take sannyasa. Taking sannyasa and then performing the karmas, they are oxymoron. Stupidity. So he says, anadhikritat. It's a person who is not eligible. By him, anadhikari kritat, for him, by him, whatever karmas or sannyasa is performed, better than that is a karma yoga, vishishyate karma yoga. He is not demeaning the sannyasa. He is putting the sannyasa superior, but not done by the people who are not eligible for that. So, Shreyan, Adhikara Sampadakatva. It is greater. Why? Because it at least leads you to get you that Adhikaritva, that eligibility. It will lead you to gain that eligibility. Because karma you are performing, you are eligible to give up the karma. Only after performing, without performing any karmas, he wants to give up all the karmas. How can that be possible? So, that is what is important. Now, tam evam karma yogam stauti trivihi. Now, the text, the question Arjuna asked was, what is that which is greater among these two? And Bhagavan already clearly said, karma yoga vishishyate. Karma yoga is the best one. The text concluded here. Now, when Arjuna may have some doubts regarding this, he is continuing the text. So, Tameva Karma Yogam Stauti Trivihi. In 3 shlokas, that very Karma Yoga which he spoke about as greater, he is extolling it. Why? Because though Arjuna may be a disciple, he has said, I have surrendered to you. But still, the surrender is not so easy. Being a disciple is not a big, it's not an easy job. It is a very difficult thing. To surrender to Guru is the most difficult thing. Okay. So, that is why he says, because there are doubts always, again and again and again and again. Every time you have to prove yourself. That is a situation. So, Nyeyaha Nitya Sannyasi, Yo Nadveshti na Kankshati, Nirdvando hi Mahabaho, Sukham Bandhat Pramuchyate, Nyeyaha Sa Nitya Sannyasi, Yo Nadveshti na Kankshati, Nirdvando hi he Mahabaho, Sukham Bandhat Pramuchyate. Nyeyaha sa nitya sannyasi. Nyeyaha, you have to understand him to be nitya sannyasi, eternal sannyasi. This is with reference to that other idea which we said, eternal brahmachari. When I said Krishna is eternal brahmachari. Even with all the wives, etc., he is eternal brahmachari. How so? Because according to the Shastra, a person who copulates only for the sake of a progeny, only not for lust, so that is accepted to be brahmacharya. So he is nitya brahmachari. So this person is nitya sannyasi, who though he performs the karmas, yo nadveshti na kankshati, he does not hate anything, he does not desire anything. Nirdvandva, he is devoid of any dualities, association with dualities. Mahabaho, a Mahabahu, Sukham Bandhat Pramuchyate. He gets liberated from the bondage very easily, anayasena, without any difficulty. Sukham, without any difficulty. We'll come to this. He says, Sakarmani Protopi Nityam Sannyasiti. Even though he performs the karmas, he is accepted to be a sannyasi. That is the respect Bhagavan gives to that person who performs the karmas. So, who is that person you are talking about? Yo nadveshti, one who does not hate. Nirdvandva, then what does that mean? He says, Bhagavat Arpana Buddhya Kriyamanam Karma Nitya Phalatva Shankaya. He does not hate what? Nitya Phalatva Shankaya, Nishphalatva Shankaya. That this karma, what is this karma? There is no result for this karma. Why? Because you are surrendering to karma, Ishvara. How can there be a result? That kind of doubt does not arise in him. Surrendering the karmas to Ishvara, he does not have any doubt regarding the results. Because he is not attached to the result. That is why he says, na kamshati. He does not desire anything from as a result. Swargadikam, like Swarga, etc., heaven, etc. Nirdvandvaha, devoid of dualities means ragadvesha rahitaha. He has no hate or desire. He does not find it difficult during the winter or summer. Performs the karmas. That's to be performed, so he performs the karmas. He, yasmat, therefore, since it is so, Sukham anayasena he Mahabahu. Sukham anayasena, without any difficulty. Oh Mahabahu, what happens? Bandhat, from the bondage. Oh, by performing karma himself, he gains liberated from bondage? No. Bandhat. Bondage means antakarana shuddhi rupat. Antakarana ashuddhi rupat bandhat. The bondage is antakarana ashuddhi, the impurity of the mind. How can that be bondage? Because jnana pratibandhat, it is an obstacle. Bandha, when you give the upasarga prati, it becomes pratibandha. So it becomes an obstacle. Bandha, bondage, pratibandha, obstacle. It becomes an obstacle for knowledge. What? This impurity. Therefore, pramuchyate, he becomes liberated from this obstacle. Nitya nitya vastu vekadi prakarshena mukto bhavati. Meaning he gains the discrimination, etc. Nitya, nitya, what is eternal, what is non-eternal, etc. That is why we said Mundaka Upanishad, nasti akrita kritena. He gains that clarity after performing the karmas. Nasti akritaha kritena. One cannot gain the costless through any cause. That which is not an effect through any cause. No. Fine. Okay. Yah karmani pravartaha. Sa katham sannyasi iti jnatapya. Karma tat tyagayoho swarupa virodha. See, I don't understand. You call the person who has given up the karmas as sannyasi. You also call the person who is performing the karmas as sannyasi. How can he be accepted to be sannyasi? Why? What is your problem? Karma tat tyagayo swarupa virodha. Basically, their inherent nature itself is different, contradictory. Sannyasa and karma are contradictory. How can they be both called as sannyasi? No. There is a difference. Phalaikya, we call them because it both leads you to the same goal. Therefore, we say, if you say that, I know you will answer this way. No. My answer, the opponent, Arjuna says, no, not so. They don't have the same results. Why? Swarupatha viruddhayoho phale api virodhasya auchityat. Whatever is basically different, the cause basically for whatever there is a difference in cause, the result also will be different. The cause is different, the result will be different. They may seem to be same, but they cannot. Like I gave an example, we make bricks out of clay. In south of India, you make a clay, brick with this clay. In north also, they may make this brick out of clay. Now, in south, this brick, if you take a small ladle and hit it, it will break into pieces. But to break a brick of North India, you need a hammer. When it falls down from a vehicle which is carrying those bricks, it will not break. It will break the road. That kind of strength it has, the North Indian bricks. So, though it may seem to be same, it is not same. That is why he says, viruddhayo, sohava viruddhayo, that which is naturally inherently different, it cannot be giving the same result. Tathacha, therefore, nishreyasa karau bhau iti anubhavannam. You said they both take you to that liberation. That is not right. That is impossible. Iti ashinkyaha. For this doubt of Arjuna, Bhagavan says, Sankhya yoga prasak balaha pravadanti na panditaha ekam apyasita samyak ubhayo vindate phalam. Sankhya yoga prasak balaha pravadanti na panditaha ekam api astitaha samyak ubhayoho vindate phalam. Sankhya yoga, both Sankhya and yoga, balaha pratak pravadanti. Balaha, the kids, they think, people who are not laymen, who don't have the knowledge of Shastra, they think to be different. Pratak pravadanti. They think both of them to be different. Na pandita, not the learned ones. Not the people with wisdom, knowledge. Ekam api astitaha samyak. If you practice one, even one, any one, right, correctly, properly, samyak, properly, ubhayo vindate phalam, you gain the same result for which is whatever is gained to the other one also. Sankhya samyak atma buddhi tam vahati iti jnana antaranga sadhanataya sankhya sannyasa. See, this is not a new idea here. Whatever he said earlier, he said Sankhya yoga prasak balaha pravadanti na panditaha. So there yava natsodapane sarvatas samplutodake, that shloka which he gave in the introduction of this chapter, that also said the same thing. Whatever is the use that you put the water in the pitcher for this bucket, etc., all that can be taken care of with this water in the reservoir. So same idea here. Okay. So Sankhya samyak atma buddhi tam vahati iti jnana antaranga sadhanataya sankhya sannyasa. Sankhya means samyak atma buddhi. So right knowledge is the right knowledge of self is a sankhya. So tam vahati, that which leads you to that state of right knowledge is a sankhya. Sannyasa. Sannyasa is referred to as sankhya. Why? Because jnana antaranga sadhanataya. This is the sannyasa is the inner sadhana, the internal sadhana for gaining the knowledge. Internal, external, this is closer. The sannyasa is that it leads you to the liberation quickly, but only when a person has the capability to take sannyasa, the capacity, the basic prerequisites. Yoga, puroktaha karma yoga. Karma yoga, whatever was said. Tau prasak vruddha phalo balaha shastra artha veka jnana shunyaha pravadanti na panditaha. They, the balaha, the kids means people who don't have the right knowledge of Shastra, the proper knowledge of Shastra, they say they are both different. Not the people who have the knowledge of Shastra, Panditas. Panda yasya stiti panditaha. Panda means knowledge, jnana. Okay? Kim? Tarki. Pandita namadam. What do the Panditas accept? Then you tell me that. If we say uchyate, we'll answer that. एकमपि संन्यास कर्मयोर मध्ये सम्यक् आस्थितः स्वाधिकार अनुरूपेण सम्यक् यथा शास्त्रं कृतवान् सन्. So एकमपि, any which, either sankhya or karma, sannyasa karmanor madhye, sannyasa or practicing karma, among these two, any which samyak asthita, if a person practices nicely, means swadhikara anurupena, according to his eligibility. If he performs that, samyak yatha shastram kritavan san, if he performs it as prescribed in the Shastra. This also was already explained earlier. Swadhikara anurupena. There, with reference to the Swadharma. With reference to Swadharma, Swadharme nidhanam shreyaha paradharmo bhayavaha, Bhagavan said. Practicing the Swadharma, one's own dharma, even partially is greater then practicing the others dharma, which is going to bring in fear, because fear of a naraka, etc. So Shamyag Yatha Shastram, as prescribed in the Shastra, for a person to whom it is prescribed. So for a person who it is prescribed, that person, if he performs in that very way, then phalam jnana utpatti dwarena vindate phalam, he gains the phala. How? Jnana utpatti dwarena nishreyasa ekaveva. To the jnana utpatti, by generating the knowledge, it gives you the same liberation. Ekasya anusthana katham ubayoho phalam vindate. See, if I practice one, how can I gain the result of both? That is explained there. Yatha sankhye prapyate sthanam tat yogairapi gamyate ekam sankhyam cha yogam cha yah pashyati sa pashyati. Yad sankhye prapyate sthanam tad yogaihi api gamyate. Ekam sankhyam cha yogam cha yah pashyati sa pashyati. So he says, yet sankhyehi prapyate sthanam, that which state, sthanam, state, which the sankhyas, the people who have given up the karmas, they gain. Tad yogairapi gamyate, the same state is gained by the people who practice the karmas too. Ekam sankhyam cha yogam cha yah pashyati sa pashyati. Like this, one who sees the sankhya and yoga to be same is the one who has the right vision. He sees it rightly. Sankhyehi jnananishthaihi sannyasibhi. Sankhya means people who are established in knowledge, sannyasis, because basically only they are able to, only the sannyasis who have given up the karmas can be established in the knowledge. Then the others, because it is easy for them, because there is no pratyavaya dosha, fear, etc. of giving up karmas, they don't have to be worried about anything. Aihika karma anusthana shunyatve api prabhaviya karmabhihi eva samskrita antakaranihi. But this sannyasis, they may have performed the karmas in this life or in this past life. Aihika karma anusthana shunyatve, though they may not have performed the karmas in this life, prabhaviya karmabhihi eva samskrita antakaranihi. Their mind is purified because of the karmas which were performed in the previous life. Now, we should not take ourselves in that shoes. I also performed my karmas in my past, but how do you know I have not performed? That is not for me to establish. We know what are the dirty things which are there in our mind, the impurities. We know how dirty our mind is. So there is no need for dispute there. You know it, so I don't have to establish it. So it's just samskrita antakarani. For people who are purified, whose minds are sharp, focused in Shastra, in things of Shastra, not designing anything else. That Shravanadi Purvikaya Jnananishthaya Yat Prasiddham Sthanam. So they who have taken to sannyasa, they through the Shravana, etc. Shravanadi Purvikaya means by practicing the Shravana, etc. Whatever Jnananishthaya, through the establishment in knowledge, whatever place, whatever state they gain, tishtati evam sthanam tishtatyeva asmin natu kadapi chyavate. They will be very rightly established. They will never fall from that. Chyavate means to fall. They will never fall. Natu chyavate. They will never fall from that state of being established in the knowledge, because they have prepared themselves for being established in that state. Iti vyutpattiya mokshakyam prapyate. With this idea, they will not fall. They will always be established. Means there is only place which you can be established ever is a knowledge. All the other places you have the possibility always of falling. So avarana. So now mokshakyam prapyate. They gain the state of moksha. Now you say the state, you say the gaining. Therefore, moksha is also gained. If you have this doubt, immediately says avarana bhava matrena labhyate iti iva nitya praptva. it is a set as gained, there the gaining is not there. Avarana abhav matrena, only the removal of wheeling is there. The removal of that screen of ignorance is there. Only with that prap labhyata iva. Only by removal of that ignorance, it is as though gained. Why do you say that? So as though, because nitya prapta, it is ever established, it is ever gained. You don't have to gain it. Only the removal of ignorance is the only thing necessary. The doubt regarding the self is to be discarded, negated through the Shastra. Yogaihi api bhagavadarpanabhya phalabhisandhirahityena kritani karmani shastriyani yogaha te yesham santi te api yogaha. So, yogaihi api means the people who have surrendered all the attachment to the results to Ishvara. With that detachment, whatever karmas they perform, the karmas which are prescribed in the Shastras, again, that which does not lead you to troubles. Karmas prescribed in the Shastras also, when we spoke about dharma, we said it should not bring in anartha, like shenena vicharan yajeta. Shenayaga will lead you to hell. So the karmas which are prescribed, again there also we said swargakame jata are all given up. So we are not talking about those karmas, nitya nimiti karmas. So he says shastriyani karmani krutani. They perform the nitya nimiti karmas as prescribed in the Shastra, which they are eligible for. Those karmas yoga te yesham sanditi te yoga. The one who has this yoga is also yoga. Arshaditvad matvarthiyo achpratyah. Matu artha, that matvartha, there is matvarthiya adhikarana, which we will see in Adilagu. That matvarthiya, there is achpratyah, arshadibhyo ach, there is a sutra. Arshadi, there is a gana called arshadi. There, this achpratyah is coming because of that achpratyah, that yoga, yasyasteti yoga, like that, same declension will be there. Taihi yogibihi api sattva-shuddhya sannyasa purvaka shravanadi purasaraya jnana-nishtya vartamani bhavishyati va janmani sampatsamanaya tatsthanam gamyate. So, taihi api, yogibihi api, those yogis, those people who perform those karmas, they also sattva-shuddhya, by the purity of mind, sannyasa purvaka shravanadi purasaraya. Through the sannyasa, etc., he gains the shravana. Again, same. It comes to the same root. So, shravanadi purasaraya, jnana nishtaya, he gains the jnana nishtha. Where? Vartamane bhavishyati va janmani. In this birth or in the next, some other birth. Not the very next birth. May not be. Maybe some other birth. So, samya nishtaya, yeh janmani va, janmantre va, sampatsamanaya. They will definitely gain that. Tatsthanam gamyate. The same state they will gain. Ataha ekaphalatvad ekam sankham cha yogam cha yah pashyati sapashyati yasa eva samyak pashyati iti nadiya. So that is why they both lead you to the same result. Therefore, one who understands the Sankhya and Yoga to be same, only he understands the reality. Ayam bhava, this is the idea. Yesham sannyasa purvika jnana nishtha drishyate tesham taya eva lingena pragjanmasu bhagavadarpita karma nishtha anumyate. Yesham, in whom sannyasa purvika jnana nishtha drishyate. The being a state of being established in the knowledge is seen through the sannyasa, through the dispassion. Vairagya is sannyasa. Okay, so through that dispassion, through that vairagya, through the sannyasa, in whom you see the state of being established in that knowledge, tesham taya eva lingena, with that very pointer, because to infer you need a pointer. Through that very pointer, prag janmasu bhagavarpita karma nishtha anumyate. Be infer that they were established in the karmas in their past life, because of which they have gained the purity of mind, etc. That you can infer through this. Because of a karya, seeing the karya, the effect of the karma should be there. Without the cause, there can be no effect. So you can easily infer that because they are established in the knowledge through the sannyasa, they have performed their karmas in their past life. This is the point. This is how we can say, okay, I had performed the karmas in my past life. Like I told you about one sannyasi who used to be there in Rishikesh. We used to meet during the walking. I used to go for walking, etc. So on this Bairaj, they call barrage Bairaj in Hindi. Okay. So on this Bairaj, one day he met me and he was saying that I had given him a book and he was praising that book and he was saying, I remembered whatever my Guruji told me when I was studying with him long back. Okay. So at that point of time, that sannyasi told me, you were a vidwan in your previous life. Even after I telling him again and again, tell me in this life. No, you are vidwan. He didn't get the pun. So he said, you are vidwan in. That is the pointers. Seeing those pointers, he is declaring you are vidwan in your previous life. See, that is the way you infer it. So, karanavantarena karyotpattiya yoga, because without the cause there can be no effect. Taduktam, it is very clearly said, yanyato anyani janmani teshu nyunam kritam bhaved yat kristam purushe neha nanyatha brahmani sthitihi. We'll see this. Okay, so one more thing. Yesterday I explained it to people in the Tamil class, the Sanskrit class, both Tamil and English. So in the Tamil class of Bhagavad Gita, I explained at the end. See, we start the Bhagavad Gita class, Tamil class at 4 o'clock. We complete it around 4:45 or something, and then 4:45 immediately after the Tamil class, I start the English class, and till 5:30 or so it takes me, and after that to copy paste and all that, so whatever we took, it takes some time and all that. So by this, my evening schedule of that day is disturbed. I am not able to do anything. I don't want to do anything. That's the difference. But nothing else is possible. Whether I am alone or if somebody comes to serve me, help me, does not really matter. This is the situation. So I will prepone it 1 hour earlier, like 3 o'clock. I'll start the Tamil class, 3:45 English class. Now instead of 4:45, we'll have it at 3:45. In Rishikesh, I used to have it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 to 4. Now we'll have it to 3 to 4:30 or so. Okay. So from day after tomorrow, meaning from day after tomorrow, Navami, we have Sanskrit class. The next day, Dashami, we'll have Bhagavad Gita class. That will start at 3:45. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति।